Hello, and welcome to today's Up to Thrive Manage Your Mind Mindful Moment.
Welcome to Up to Thrive, your go-to podcast for women's wellness in midlife, designed to educate, support, and inspire you to live your very best life. And now your host, Dr. Karina Sims.
When was the last time you started a new project? Something really big. Something that really challenged you. Something that forced you out of your comfort zone again and again, but at the same time lit you up inside, made you feel alive. My intention today is to get you excited, to get you moving on that thing you've been thinking about, or coming up with something that sets you on fire. And if you're already doing it, awesome. I'm going to tell you about all the benefits you didn't even know you were getting. Let me start with where this is all coming from. Over the last week or so, I have been busily working on another new project. Yes, another one. And I am so filled with joy and fulfillment and excitement. I just wanted to pass on some of this energy on to you guys. It's coming up to the second birthday of Up to Thrive, and as I reach this milestone, I'm also reflecting on all the things I've learned and all the things that I continue to learn, which I can really see so clearly now that I'm using all these new skills and knowledge to create this new project. When I started this podcast, for instance, I had no idea how long I would do it for. There is no end date. I was just going with it. I had no idea how to do it. I bought a book, Podcasting for Dummies or something like that. I Googled some equipment. I chat GPT'd setting it all up. And then, unbeknowingly to me, didn't even have my fancy schmancy microphone working for the first few months. And I'm tone deaf, so I didn't even know that it wasn't hooked up until another fellow podcaster, a little shout out to Carrie Robertson from Riverland Women. If you haven't listened to that podcast, I highly recommend it. It's a good listen. But Carrie very seriously graciously, she asked to see my setup when she was over one day, and without making me feel like a total pill, she very kindly pointed it out that my fancy schmancy microphone wasn't actually even hooked up. So I have learned many, many things, and that's just one of them. Apparently, 90% of podcasts fail in the first year, and most of them in the first 3 months. They just stop producing. The reasons given are burnout, a lack of time, unrealistic expectations of fast growth. I don't even know what that means. It makes me laugh because when I went from 10 to 100 people listening, I was beyond thrilled. Now there are 80 countries listening. Yay. And I still have no idea if that's even considered good. And you know what? I don't care because it sounds amazing to me. And I get enough feedback to tell me that what I'm doing is actually helping other women, which just really fills my cup. I also get feedback regularly in messages, thank you, and from my patients who sometimes travel distances to see me. Messages that what I'm doing is helping them. Women who are talking about things they wouldn't have even considered talking to anyone about before, or who have and have been laughed at by their own doctor, by the doctor who delivered all their children. I am continuously humbled and my cup is continuously being filled. And honestly, I feel like I'm just gaining momentum. And yes, again, I have learned so much. And when I think back at how much I've learned, it blows my mind. I remember a story that's a bit funny now, but at the time, maybe not so much. My daughter, who was a teenager at the time, was showing me a picture of her crush on Instagram. And because I couldn't see it very well, I tried to enlarge it by tapping on the photo. which then I accidentally liked the photo. And the photo happened to be an old photo, which meant that he would know by her liking the photo that she had been looking at all of his photos. And she was very upset and very mortified. And after that, she wouldn't let me near her phone. When she would show me things, it was always held at an arm's distance. But that's only one example of how much I didn't know about social media alone. And now I'm regularly making reels and learning how to do Facebook ads and managing an email list and an online program. And now I'm working on this new project that feels like I'm the Karate Kid, where I learned all these new things one at a time. And now I'm putting them all together and really, truly blowing my own mind. For this new project, did I say that I'm so excited about this? Just a little teaser. I sent the website I built to my husband last night for him to give me some feedback. And he said, it looks too professional. I have to say I was flattered, though he didn't really mean it as a compliment. I did see what he was talking about, that some of the stock images I used, I could probably use my own, and I'll take that advice on board. He said that it felt like me was kind of missing from the website, and I get that. So I will take that advice on board. I don't want my work to lose me in the pursuit of making it as good as I can get it, or making it look as professional as I can with my new skills. With my social media, I put lots of reels up of me in the gym because that's one of my biggest messages. If you haven't got that one yet, ladies, it's that at midlife, I really believe it's one of the absolute best things we can do for everything: mood, function, metabolic, cardiac health, longevity, body composition, and really so much more. But that's another podcast. My point is I do these reels to help get you ladies inspired and motivated to lead by example. And I do them as I am. No makeup, hair in a straight out of bed messy bun, and in clothes that aren't sometimes overly flattering. And that has been uncomfortable at times, but it's me. And I don't want to lose that authenticity. So yes, I will take my husband's constructive criticism on board, which has been another area where I've grown and continue to grow, doing all these new exciting but sometimes scary things. I've done a lot of some people just don't like peaches work along the way, and my shoulders have gotten a lot wider. And truly, the negatives are far outweighed by the positives. And what I'm about to tell you will all make sense, but I will just point out the research because it well and truly backs everything I'm saying up. Starting new projects in midlife in particular, projects that fill your cup, that challenge you, have both immediate and long-lasting benefits. The evidence tells us that our brains will perform better longer and they will decline slower. Our mental health is better with less stress, anxiety, and depression, and we're more relaxed and we have greater overall life satisfaction. And the benefits are even greater if we can do projects with other people, especially if what we're doing is actually helping other people. That's a big bonus. But it doesn't have to. It can be just for you. There was a study in the States called the Health and Retirement Study of Adults between the ages of 51 and 61. They followed them over a 12-year period, and what they found was that those who had the strongest sense of purpose had a 59% lower risk of dying from any cause compared to those who had the weakest purpose. So there you go. Doing something that fills our cup, gives us a sense of purpose, can literally make you live longer. We age better, we have better relationships, less chronic pain, healthier biomarker profiles, and apparently we take better care of ourselves. We make better choices with our lifestyle. We can even sleep better, though I don't know about that one, for me at least. When I'm right in the exciting creative bit of the project like I am right now, I'm so excited about what I'm doing. When I wake up for the loo in the night, it's really hard not to think about what I need to do next. And so I do have to practice managing my mind. So friends, I hope you too are working on something fun and exciting, whether that's making over your house, learning to do something new, writing that book, going to the gym for the first time, creating something new in the garden, or even just planning an amazing overseas holiday. I hope you're spending some time each and every day filling your cup. Your future self will thank you. I hope you've enjoyed this Manage Your Mind mindful moment. And if you have, and you can think of someone else who might enjoy it, please pass it on. And don't forget to rate and review the podcast to make it more visible to those who might get something out of it too. Hey, before you go, if you're a midlife woman who wants to feel better in your body, whether that means improving your health, building strength and confidence, or working towards weight change in a kinder, more sustainable way, I have created something especially for you to support you. It's called the Midlife Health and Body Reset Kickstart Guide, and it's a free 7-day foundations guide to help you understand what's going on in your body in midlife and what actually makes a difference from here. You can download it using the link in the show notes. And if you're ready to take that work to the next step and you would like some personalized support to make it work, I run a 12-week midlife reset program where we work together on body recomposition, so losing body fat while regaining muscle, the absolute best thing we can be doing in midlife to combat midlife metabolic convergence. You get a custom strength training program from an exercise physiologist, weekly coaching with me, personalized nutrition guidance, and accountability to help you actually follow through. If that sounds like what you need, head on over to optothrive.com to find out more about the program and maybe even book a call with me to ask me any questions that you have, see if we're a good fit, and see if this program's for you. Have a great week, everyone. And until then, I hope you opt to thrive.
The Opt to Thrive podcast is designed for information purposes only and is not engaged in the giving of medical advice. The information provided on the podcast should not be used for diagnosing or treating a health problem or disease. In no way should the information provided by Opt to Thrive be considered medical advice, and at all times the advice of a medical professional should supersede recommendations from Opt to Thrive. If you have or suspect you may have a health problem, you should consult your healthcare provider. The views expressed in this podcast are purely that of Dr. Sims and do not in any way reflect those of the institutions she contracts her medical services to.
Thank you for listening to Opt to Thrive. If you've enjoyed listening, please rate and share the podcast. You can visit our website at optothrive.com and leave a comment for any subjects you would like to hear more about.